I didn't hear you at all, dude. What? You love Trick cereal? That's kind of what I heard.
No, I love the pic that we have of stormtroopers welcoming little Spider-Man.
Oh, I kind of thought you were talking about the Civil War one, and that guy showed up in the stormtrooper outfit.
Oh, they got you too?
Yeah.
No, I prefer the Captain America holding Spidey.
Yeah,
There,
but
Spidey, we got you.
we got you.
Yeah.
For
All
our
right,
viewers,
ladies.
yeah, for our viewers, welcome to Nerds on the Couch. I'll introduce it this time.
Okay.
But the thing is that for all of our viewers, if you want to know what we're talking about, it's official. The mouse has captured the spider.
Well, let's save that. Let's save the best for the end, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Because otherwise, they're going to be like, "Oh, we heard what they got to say," and click.
Yeah, we'll get a quick
No,
news. News come lane.
that is the I mean that is the big news of the week, which we're going to get to in a little bit. But a couple of the news things we got to talk about. Kelly, our female correspondent, is going to be at Toy Fair in New York this weekend. She has confirmed that, as she mentioned last week, but now she's confirmed for a lot of toy booths and going to be covering all the news. So again, if for the latest news and collectibles, action figures, and all that, you can check out our Nerds page because Kelly will be doing regular posts and updates, trying to get pictures wherever she can. She can't get all the pictures. I mean, we don't know if she got into Hasbro. She's still waiting for Hasbro, but I told her to take art lessons, and if they show her some, if they show her some of the Star Wars Episode 7 toys, to start sketching them out.
Yep, that's for sure.
They can't. You know they can't. I mean, they can't take pictures.
Yeah.
But you can describe them, and hopefully Kelly's vocabulary is articulate enough to.
Well,
give,
she's an English teacher, isn't she?
She's science.
Oh, she's science? Okay.
Yeah.
She strikes you as an English teacher, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. But no, she's science, so she is smart. But, take some art class lessons, and she can draw them and post them on our page for you. But there's a couple of big reveals we got to talk about that are happening and with the Toy Fair stuff. And some of it, I'm just like, wow. And this is before the show, dude. I mean, the show kicks off tomorrow.
Yeah, it really hasn't hit, but they've already been wowed by some of this stuff.
Let me give the one that I just got. Reaction from Funko. If you're not familiar with those toys, they're kind of doing action figures in the retro style. Not quite articulate. I got the Firefly figures, and I got the Back to the Future ones, and they're neat. I mean, they're rather plain, but it's kind of neat having them. Reminds you of your childhood. They have the license for Star Trek, and that just blew my mind. The pictures are up, and this was just a little preview, not the whole lineup. But again, you saw Spock, you saw Sulu, you saw Uhura, Dr. McCoy. You assume there's a Kirk. And
of course.
They're probably going to throw in more. I know, and I keep thinking, wow, those figures look awesome. It's kind of in the retro style from our childhood, but we're getting Star Trek figures again.
That's going to be
good. Sources say they have the license for all the Star Trek lines.
Are they going to have the Andorian slave girl or something? You know, the green Lizzie girl with no belly button?
Wasn't it Orion's?
It was Orion, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's an Orion slave girl.
Yeah, the Andorians were the blue guys with
the
Yeah.
You cut one of them off and they lose their balance.
And with the white hair and bit creepy looking when I was young.
Oh yeah.
But I like the figures. I think looking at them, they're regular little Star Wars guys size, and they don't have the detail, but they have Oh, people message me. They have.
How dare they during the show?
Well, it's not related. I'll bring it up in a minute. But part of it is that this has potential for again play sets, um, vehicles, and all that. Like it's going back to our childhood, basically. That
Yeah.
was the thing. And Star Trek is always a cool. It's a cool line, but it never really had the impacts or again the powerhouse lines like Star Wars or some of the other ones. You know, because I collected the ones that came out for the next generation from the 90s, and I wasn't happy with them because this was instead of the standard pose like we're kind of seeing them now, they were like
Hmm.
weird shaped for you to pose
Yeah.
them. And I remember Riker, who was my favorite dude at the time, came with a ripped shirt and ripped pants.
Really?
Yeah, and it looked like he was in battle. And never once was there ever that episode where he's on the bridge and he walks into the bridge with a torn uniform. You know, Picard would have just said, "Number one, fix your uniform."
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, but that's one coming out. Another one, again, we were talking about it earlier. DC Collectibles has been doing these awesome lines of Batman the Animated Series.
The icon.
Well, that's another one.
Oh.
Yeah, this is straight up Batman the Animated Series.
Oh,
Where
yeah, that one
yeah, they've gone to the cartoons and
from the 1990s.
yeah, the whole set of them. And the big hoopla now everybody's talking about is that there is an in scale. So again, these figures are about 6 inches.
Yeah.
So the Batmobile has to be like almost 2 feet long to a foot and a half.
Oh God, yes.
And it is ultra detailed Batmobile with light up electronics inside. And you open it up, it has a detailed driver's cockpit.
Man, you know what? I want it. I have to say it. I want it. It brings back my childhood. It is definitely something I want. I need it. I wonder how much it's gonna be.
Well, it just came out. Big Bad Toy Store has it for pre-sale for $80.
Okay.
Well, I want the Back to the Future DeLorean with the working flux capacitor.
You don't get that, man. But you know what? This is all I gotta say about the Batman. Batmobile. Shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money. That's it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it.
You know,
Now
the
we
thing.
just have to miniaturize you so you can really drive it.
I have my imagination, man. I have my imagination. That's
Yeah.
all that there is to it.
Well, according to what they were saying, they've gone back and they looked at all the footage for the Batmobile. They've looked at the model sheets for the cartoons, and they looked at all the shots that they ever took of the interior, and they modeled it to be as super accurate as they could.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm-
wow.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's right in front of me. In store, October 2015. MSRP is $99.95.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Still nice.
It's still nice.
And it's big. I can't argue. And then the other one I am definitely going to pick up. There is a Batman Mask of the Phantasm 2-pack
Yeah.
with Phantasm, and which was one of my favorite villains. I love that movie. You know, people don't really look at Mask of the Phantasm. That was a great movie.
That was.
It had a great plot. Batman there got actually violent. It got more violent than the Tim Burton ones at that point in time.
Yeah, and then, it was something that may have been more violent, but it was definitely really, really a good storyline. I mean, it was just like, this is the girl that got away. I mean, this is the story about the girl that literally got away.
And, well, is it a spoiler if I give out the secret to that movie?
I don't think so because it's
Yeah.
been out for so long, and it's not like someone gonna go ahead and just cover their ears and go, no, 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 I haven't seen it yet. It's like somebody who hasn't seen Star Wars yet
Yeah.
and really wants to watch it. Come on.
Okay. Well, the big plot twist was that the Bruce Wayne love interest ended up being Phantasm, and again, that was really cool. That was a really cool plot twist because you kept thinking Phantasm is a villain, it's a dude because and all that, and no, it turned out it was the girl. And I keep wondering if this is how they're going to make that toy like her.
Oh God, yeah. You don't know.
That's even more of a big reveal than Samus.
I still remember playing Metroid, and then you see the secret. Yeah, Samus was actually a girl, and it's like, holy, oh my God, wow, that's really cool.
Talk
You
about
know,
taking feminism to
I
new
completely
degrees.
missed it, dude. When
Huh?
I finished Metroid, I didn't get it.
You didn't understand?
No, the pixels, I mean, with the pixels they had in the day and all that, it
Yeah,
just like completely like went over me that it was a girl.
yeah.
I finished the game and all that, and yeah, the Samus takes off his helmet. And I didn't figure it out. I guess I wasn't paying attention or something.
Mm.
No, he has gender problems on differentiating.
Hey, I know what a girl
Hey,
feels like. Hey.
hey. He's no, he is not Chino.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Let's not talk about who's done what with who, okay?
Oh no, I'm not going to say that.
Okay. You know, again, following that, we got to talk about again the other big reveal. Star Wars is coming, and again, we've been bugging Kelly. She's definitely going to try to go to Hasbro and try to get the latest updates for the Episode 7 toys. And there's going to be a big, huge flood of Episode 7 toys.
Oh yeah.
I remember when Episode 1 happened. Remember, like all of a sudden, Star Wars toys everywhere? Do you
Oh
guys
yeah. Oh
remember?
yeah. I remember.
Yeah, and then with each movie, they had I remember Walmart set up like special tents outside selling Star Wars merchandise. So,
Oh yeah.
and when Episode 7 comes out,
Yeah.
merchandising everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And
We're gonna be there. We'll be there. We'll buy it.
yeah, I'm definitely going to buy this reveal. Apparently, they're going to sell sets of customizable lightsaber sets that now include hilts and designs.
Oh God. And you're gonna put a lightsaber spike on the end, and you know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be one Jedi out there who's gonna do it and just do something really, really, really stupid, and just be so absent-minded, and will scrape that against his leg, and no, he's got no more leg. It's
No. They're going to be like Luke in
turn around, look at it, and shoot themselves in the face. Yes, goes straight there through their eye.
Uh,
poke your eye out, kid.
well, the
Yeah.
thing I don't get, why did people criticize the hilt lightsaber?
I don't know, man. It seems kind of weird. It's like, okay, you have a lightsaber. Why would you want to add a hilt to it?
You're going to chop off one of your hands, just like Luke always does.
Actually, they did some tests with a claymore and a real light one, where they basically took the hilt and painted it, and it tested out some really, really cool moves with it. Some medieval moves, and they found that no, they didn't go ahead and cut off their arms at all. So it is quite plausible to get a hilt with lightsaber things on the end without killing yourself. Although I'd say it's highly improbable, people still gonna do it.
I can just imagine them going, oh.
Okay, dude, I don't see how you would do that ever. We've handled swords. I never find myself doing this. I never found that. I never done that.
Either way, I mean, I don't know what the use would be. Maybe they have one already invented for their.
Well, you'd
I
have
just
to.
want the light. I still want the lightsaber fly swatter.
Well, this is one move that I would think that would be quietly plausible with the lightsaber. You know what? If you
Like the
come in
light.
very, very close with that lightsaber, you can take that and take out a wrist. You can cut
That
along a
okay.
wrist.
Okay, I'm willing to concede that if you're a dumb Jedi, uh, you could, but it's the same principle as if like you just you wave that thing around, you're gonna chop something because again,
Yeah.
the blade cuts through anything, and it reminds me of that lightsaber in New Safety video. Don't turn it on like this, you know.
Yeah.
And everybody freezes that scene in Episode 4 where Luke gets the lightsaber and he's like, "Oh, look
And
at that," you know.
you know what? When I first saw that when I was a kid, it never bothered me. And then when I got older and I saw it again, I'm like, ew.
Well, I mean, myself, one of the images that I keep on having is the thing from Family Guy where he has the lightsaber butter knife
Oh.
toasting
Oh
it,
yeah.
as he cuts it, toasts the bread, and.
Oh, that's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Nah, you're thinking of when he having the
But he had
cheese
one in,
things.
but yeah, he had
Yeah,
one
it was
on,
for a cheese basket, for a gift basket. And you know what?
yeah.
Peter eats one and he's like, yuck.
Yeah, I remember that. You're both right. They did have those scenes.
Both.
Well, we got that covered, and again, this weekend I'm excited. More Toy Fair news is going to be coming. Kelly is going to be giving you guys regular news feeds of all the toys and collectibles that are happening. And now I didn't write this down, but well, we're in the subject of toys. It was a news thing I forgot to jot down. But one of the things now that's happening is that Hasbro, Kelly mentioned it last week, but it's a little more development now. Hasbro officially filed the copyrights and all that for Mask and Venom. They filed the characters of Matt Tracker, Miles Mayhem, and all these other guys for Mask. And now it's been kind of confirmed that Mask or some of the characters from Mask may appear in G.I. Joe 3.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So they're going to make this into a tie-in.
It's going to tie into G.I. Joe because last year they made a Matt Tracker G.I. Joe figure. And in the bio, he was a suburban weapons specialist that G.I. Joe contracted to help them develop vehicles for suburban warfare. You know,
that's cool.
like Jeeps that transformed into tanks and all that, which was his specialty.
So in other words, that is the conception of Mask.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking, when I think about Mask, I keep thinking, this would be a great movie spin-off. I mean, as a movie spin-off, think about it. It fits perfectly today. You have you have terrorists. You have a terrorist group of Venom that has vehicles, war vehicles.
True.
Matt Tracker creates Mask as a counterterrorism group. They have regular-looking vehicles that, when needed to, they convert into planes, weapons,
helicopters.
Yeah.
Okay, they need the flying bike from Megaforce.
The closest they get is that chopper bike, dude.
Yeah. It was that the one being driven by a Mexican?
I think so, because you know what? The guy it was a green bike, and he wore a kind of like an orange yellowish jumpsuit. Yeah, so he must have been Mexican, dude. I'm gonna get so much hate mail.
Well, no, we gotta point out. If you watch the cartoons and again look at the old toys, They really try to be multi-diversified. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
they had Matt Tracker, which again, your blonde-haired guy. His second in command was a Japanese guy.
yeah.
Um, there was a black dude in there. There was a Southern hick in there. Of course, there was the redheaded girl.
Mhm.
There was the Mexican we talked about. They added an Indian or a Native American, sorry, a Native American guy who put on the mask and he threw tomahawks, you know, you know? And then um, looking at the toys, I remember they had a Hindu guy with a turban called Ali Bombay.
This is, I mean, this is more interracial than Captain Planet.
Yeah.
But then I keep thinking, God, would that be racist now having one of the team members, a Hindu guy with the turban, and his name is Ali Bombay?
Man, I don't know if that gets any more racist than Haji.
Yeah, I was just thinking of Haji.
Now, again, not to be outdone, I mean, the bad guys were pretty diversified as well.
Yeah.
The main bad guy was an old white dude called Miles Mayhem.
Yeah,
Uh,
is he German or something?
he wore like a uniform.
Yeah, it's kind of
Uh,
like a German uniform, for I remember.
I kind of saw him as George C. Scott,
Yeah.
you know, with a goatee or a mustache. I forgot exactly.
He had a
Now,
mustache.
now they had a girl. They had like a punk rock girl.
Yeah.
They had like a biker dude who looked like that dude who made all those horror movies. Tom Salvini.
Oh.
Uh, and he talked like Jack Nicholson in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy who looked like Billy Idol.
Uh-huh.
And I was trying to remember some of the other bad guys they had. Now, they had a guy who looked like a pirate with the eye patch and all that. And there was a guy who looked like your British bruiser type guy.
Yeah.
But there was no black guys or any other race. In the
Some of the
bad guys.
names. Okay, some of the names: Dusty Hayes, Buddy Hawks, Calhoun Burns. Oh no! I have the name of that guy, Julio Lopez. Expert in languages and cryptography. He had the mustache. He sort of looks like the captain from Robotech.
Captain Global.
Yeah, I mean, he has the curly hair, the mustache.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
So Captain Global was
We
really
have-
Mexican?
Yeah, we have Ali Bombay. Yep.
Oh God.
Boris
that's horrible.
Bushkin. And Nevada Rushmore. He was the Native American.
Rushmore?
Nevada Rushmore.
Nevada Rushmore.
Rushmore. Oh my God. What's that?
What's that?
We're getting something from the light.
What?
I just hear this music. It was like heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Damn.
I'm sorry. That's from mine. That's the game in the background. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
The Inquisition is getting in the way. The Inquisition.
Thrill. Oh, okay, good.
But I was just saying, I mean, I hope this toy line comes back because you know it can come back huge. I mean,
yeah.
The vehicles itself would be really cool, but if they're planning on movies and cartoons and all that, this would take off. Its time has come. You know, I do think this is going to be the toy line to look out for if it's coming back.
Yep. It's just gonna take some time, because there are guys out there that really want it. I want it, man.
Well, I do. I still would get them. I'll get in on them, but hopefully, again, we'll have more news on it this weekend. And speaking of news, last weekend, David and I had a nice lunch with the guys at Border City Comic Con. And the official announcement, ladies and gentlemen, is that Nerds on the Couch will be at Border City Comic Con August 14, 15, and 16 at the Wyndham Airport Hotel in El Paso, Texas. For more information, just check out Border City Comic Con at their Facebook page and check out their website. And they have a lot of comic book artists coming. We have some guests coming pretty soon, and he promised that there's going to be more announcements. Right, David?
Oh, yeah. They said that there's going to be some great announcements, and I'm looking forward to seeing who it is that they have coming. But hey, the more cons, the more the merrier. Welcome, all of them.
Yeah, and some of the guests they have is Rich Buckler, who is the comic book artist and creator of Deathlock.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam De La Rosa, who's done some of the Amazing Spider-Man comics. Chad Harding, who's doing the Harlequin comics right now. Ale Garza, who's doing the Deadpool. Bob Layden, who's done some amazing Iron Man comics. And just one of the talented guests that they announced so far is Allison Mancini, who was one of the Pink Power Rangers. Don't ask me which one, I forgot. But yeah, she's nice looking.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to that convention. I'm gonna wear a sash that says "Happy Birthday" because it'll be just before my birthday.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a hint for all of those people that go? Buy Orly a birthday present there.
Any cute cosplayers be free to go up to him and give him cute kisses. His fiancé would not mind at all.
Happy birthday to you.
You're making me cough. That'd be funny.
Oh, we got to get you like a cute Sailor Moon girl coming up to you going, "Happy birthday to you."
Hey, we better not sing it. Then we don't have the rights for it.
True. And
I'm only saying one line.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yeah, okay. But again, it's going to be an awesome convention. We're going to have more info about it. But Nerds on the Couch will be there, so you can come say hi to us. A couple of big news things that we also got to cover here. And again, we can't forget, this is going to be like a really whacked out year for movies. Think about it. We have Avengers 2 in the summer, and that's going to be like, everybody's talking about Avengers 2. It's the trailers look awesome, huge mega movie and all that, but we cannot forget also Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming out.
Which the director now wants to move up till summer.
Yeah, but
it doesn't look like they're going to do it.
Good, because they don't need to rush it. Well, they don't need to rush it.
Well, no, it's not that. J.J. Abrams is he's pretty good with time and budgets and all that. And chances are he probably got the movie ready.
Yeah, he wouldn't say that unless he had everything ready for it.
Yeah, because we pretty much let him know that if you screw up, we're going to call him Jar Jar.
Oh, no, yeah.
And,
Jar Jar Abrams, no.
Yeah, if he really messes Episode 7 up, we're going to get him and throw him in that pit where Joel Schumacher is still at, and let him out.
Are we going to feed him to the Sarlacc?
He'll feed himself, I think, at some point.
Yeah, he'd throw himself in there, man. If he messes up, he'd throw himself in there.
Yeah,
I can hear the Wilhelm scream already.
You cannot mess up Star Wars, especially Episode 7. You mess that up, it's going to go bad.
Everybody had said that George Lucas would not allow them to mess up Episode 1. He wouldn't allow it. Oh, boy, were we wrong.
Well, you know what? People have learned their lessons since then, and plus, it's in the hands of a group that's going to go ahead and make sure it's done right because they want the money, and that's the mouse.
Yeah, and Star Wars Land is coming to Disneyland, and
Woohoo! Woohoo! Ah, Mickey's gonna be a Jedi! Woohoo!
Dark Lord of the Sith, more like it. But
Woohoo! Money, money, money!
I mean, they're
true,
going
isn't
so
it?
far of this, they went ahead and put them out to sea. I mean, you can go on a Star Wars cruise, going ahead and playing shuffleboard with Darth Vader right there.
And the droids.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty happy just doing Star Wars weekend, which I know you guys did. I know you guys did. I have yet to actually go do it, but it's on my to-do list.
Yeah.
On your bucket list, Tim?
Yeah, but it's definitely episode 7. Again, I think I have faith. Well, that trailer, I don't want to say that trailer was bad. I mean, the Fantastic Four trailer was bad.
Oh God.
The Star Wars trailer was not enough.
You know, it didn't tell you anything, but you know what? It was almost like a year away. Why would you want to go ahead and reveal too much? I mean, they're just going to give you a little taste. They're going to be like, okay, here's a little taste of this. Here you go. Isn't that delicious? And now people are like, we want more. Like, you'll get more later. Just be patient.
You got to pay for it, though. First one's free.
The first one's free. It's like a drug. Right now, it's Star Wars. This is the Star Wars drug. They went ahead and gave us just a little bit, just to go ahead and watch us. Like, okay, yeah, we love it, and now we're starting to get the shakes. You know, we're starting to get the shakes for it. You know, we're like, hey, I need more of that Star Wars, man. We need a little bit more of that Star Wars.
Well, part of it is that for the next trailer, again, just to give heads up to our listeners, the next trailer, which they promise will be a fuller preview, will be with Avengers 2. So we're going to see Avengers 2 anyway, so that's another incentive to go see it.
By the way, the trailer. I had heard the rumor, and I don't know if it's true yet, but they, the Wachowskis need people to go ahead and go see Jupiter Ascending. But I heard the rumor that there was a trailer there for Superman versus Batman.
No, dude, no.
That was unsubstantiated.
No,
I think the Wachowskis probably went ahead and put that out just so that they can have some people out there.
No, man, dude, if there was a trailer, again, the movie came out last week. If the trailer was there, we would have gotten it by now. Yeah. And the rumor, and again, it's kind of died off, but it was that there was going to be a Batman trailer for with the Kingsman. And everybody right now is kind of waiting to see if that's true. I mean, I'm going to see the Kingsman. It looks good. Just like, again, the Man from U.N.C.L.E. looks pretty good. Ooh. And they showed the first trailer. But, man, there's a lot of spy movies coming out.
Yeah,
they
true.
showed the first.
Hey. You get the next. You have the next James Bond with the return of my favorite element of James Bond coming out, which is Spectre.
Yeah. And they promised the trailer will probably be out in summertime for the James Bond. So we have a lot to look forward to. But the one that impressed me in the DC Comics news was that The Rock said, and you know when The Rock speaks, he said,
"Get out of the kitchen."
The Rock
Look at what
says
the Rock is cooking.
That you will eventually see Black Adam and Superman fight it out.
That's going to be cool.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
The Rock being Black Adam, Henry Cavill Superman, that's going to be an awesome fight. Yeah. And I got to say, bringing it up here, with superhero battles that we're looking forward to.
So
what? I was going to say, David had one earlier.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I still want to go ahead and see Iron Man versus the real Mandarin. I got gypped on that.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and see the true Iron Man 3 that should have been.
I want to see a Mandarin that hasn't been neutered yet. Actually,
all of the rings.
Yeah. what I want to see is Batman versus anyone. Batman killing it, just doing what he does with anybody. I mean, I want to see Batman versus Joker. I want to see Batman versus, let me see, what's it called? Grodd. I want to see Batman versus the Ultra Humanite. I want to see Batman versus Superman, of course. I want to see Batman take on the Justice League. Just like Justice League Doom. I want to see that.
Oh, that's going to be
How
awesome.
about
Yeah.
Batman
Keep in mind,
versus-
though, this is Ben Affleck you're talking about.
Yeah, but you know what? It's still Batman. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna expect something. If Affleck can't deliver, then he never deserved to be Batman. You know what? He's no way near a Michael Keaton.
Talking about Michael Keaton, I got a chance to see Birdman. It's not a superhero film for those of you that think it might be, but man, Michael Keaton is still a good actor.
I
And he
didn't like
proves it in that
Birdman.
movie. You didn't like it?
I did not like Birdman. I
It's
know they
an
were
acquired taste. It's an acquired taste.
trying to make it into like one big shot. Like one big continuous shot.
Ah, I see.
And
You didn't like it.
I did not like it. And there is no likable characters in that movie. I did not like the Michael Keaton's. Yeah, he's a guy. I will confess. Everybody in that movie was an outstanding actor. But the one thing I didn't like is that, again, there was not one character that I could relate to. I did
Wow,
not like
really?
Michael Keaton's character. He was a prick. And I did not really see his salvation. Edward Norton was funny. I mean, I'm not. It's not saying it's the worst movie I ever saw. That's still Interstellar. But but I mean, I could see why people like. Again, the acting is really great, and the ending was like, what the hell? The ending. I'm not giving away, but the ending was just weird.
Yeah. It's a subdued film, and one of the ones that I would say that it reminded me most of is Bill Murray and Lost in Translation.
Yes. Yeah, you are right.
It is a very subdued film in regards to, and the people, I will agree with you, all of the people in there are, I mean, it's like in real life, you don't like a lot of the people you have to work with. But, myself, I thought that Michael Keaton did a very good job with that film. For me, it was a good achievement.
Well, what you told me, because I'm not gonna watch Birdman. I don't care what you say, but according to you, the menace of Keaton and his voice, it was the same. That just gives credence to his Batman. And when you hear the voices, if you look at Keaton and Bayo together, and you look at their both Batmans, well, Bayo has to go, just to go ahead and try to.
Where is he?
Where is he? Where is he? That sort of stuff. No, but when you have Keaton, he's like, you don't need to know. The way he said it, it's natural and it's deep and it's actually a menacing voice. He doesn't have to go too over the top to go, where is he? Oh, people in this world have learned and shown you what they're best of. They are not ugly like you. They didn't need to do that. He just played it He played it very well.
And we all have to wait for Ben Affleck's Batman voice.
If Affleck goes for Guar's growl, I'm leaving the theater.
Well, no. He did say
No.
that his Batman voice is being done in a studio.
They're
He's
modulating.
not, Well, no, I mean everybody has to dub their voices in movies. That's Hollywood fact. You know, you shoot the scenes and then you go to the recording studio and you dub it for clarity because, you know, the sound doesn't come out that good when you're actually filming.
Yeah.
And they said that they're electronically altering his voice.
All right.
For the Batman. So he said don't expect anything dramatic differently, but they altered it to sound a little deeper, a little different.
All right. I can live with that.
Well,
We'll see what happens
I'm
with it.
sorry. I was afraid because since we've been calling him Batfleck, it was going to go ahead and be Gilbert Gottfried's voice out there.
I am the Batman, and you cannot stop me.
Oh, that's gonna be.
I'm the Batman.
Batman.
Hey, dude, come on. I give him credit. He has a sense of humor. Remember, they took a picture of him wearing the Batfleck T-shirt.
Yeah.
So I give him a little break, and I'm sure he's going to be okay. And I know Chino was here. He'd still be reminding us.
He's gonna suck.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a chance. And going on now, we got to jump to the big news.
Oh yes.
And this was the oh my God moment. And I can tell you, this was the last bit of news I saw. I was getting ready to go to bed. I had my iPad, and I was just looking at stuff before I went to bed. And it said, Marvel Movie Universe gains rights to Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Now, to go ahead and clarify, it doesn't mean that Sony is not running Spider-Man anymore, per se, that they've gotten it from Sony. What this is it's a deal between Sony and Disney, the Marvel Studios, that Marvel Studios are going to be going ahead and supplying a lot of the directorial talent, the writing talent, and that Sony is going to be putting up the money for it, and also that they keep the intellectual rights for Spider-Man. So it's not a full win for Disney that they have Spider-Man, they can do anything they want, but it means this. Other Marvel Universe characters can come into the Spider-Man movies, and Spider-Man is free to go ahead and go into some of the Marvel Universe movies. But Sony does still have the creative rights to say, to go ahead and supervise how Spider-Man is being used. And they're going ahead and funding the money for it.
Well, let's just point some things out. That what you said is true, and I don't think we're going to see Marvel characters jump into a Spider-Man movie.
No, you won't.
It's mostly.
Well, they said that's possible.
It's possible,
but highly improbable.
Well, but the real
probably have crossovers in both ways.
No, I honestly think we're going to see. Well, and the big thing is that Spider-Man is going to be in the Marvel Universe. Not that the Marvel Universe is joining Spider-Man. No, Spider-Man is going to become part of it, and the trade-off here, and this is really the good one, is that not only again are you adding the character of Spider-Man, which to me is a huge part of the Marvel Universe.
Oh God, yes.
And they're getting closer. As much as people don't want to say it, Disney is a bully. Disney does push their weight around, and they know, and I think they realize because of everything that happened with Sony, Sony is in the weak position right now. They're not the powerhouse that they are, and they don't have the power, the money, the clout, the resources Disney has. They're up there. They're pretty much up there, but they're not Disney. And I think this is Disney taking advantage of the situation, and I do think eventually Disney will take it from them, just right out, completely.
Well, what I was reading online over at Marvel.com, it sounded like it was like cooperating, sort of combined effort, and that basically it would be a two-way street in regards to being in both um, crossovers on both sides uh, are open. But there was one major, you were talking about this earlier, there was one major stipulation that Marvel had. And unfortunately, that means Garfield.
Out.
Yeah.
Well, one, I was waiting. I was waiting to explain this because some people are upset and other ones. And again, Garfield was a great Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about it, and we're going to discuss it, it had to be that way. Because when you think about it, the history that Garfield set up, they wrote themselves in a corner with part two.
Oh God, yeah.
They kind of didn't think things through. To me, again, Spider-Man 2 ruined the franchise. And I really, I keep thinking, and I refer to Chino's rant when he was talking about how awful Spider-Man was, and he was calling them gay, and you know, just how he spent like 15 minutes talking about how awful it was, and
Yeah.
I couldn't I mean, everything he said was valid and true.
Yes.
And what needs to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is that the Marvel universe in the movies has had now extensive plot points and historical moments and key events that you just can't add Spider-Man to the past. Okay, Spider-Man's origin has to happen some point after Avengers 2. And for that, you need to have a brand new high school kid get bit by a radioactive spider, and he gets the powers because everybody's saying, well, where was he when the Chitauri attacked? Where was he when all this happened? He didn't have powers. He was just regular Peter Parker. And now you need a rookie. You need a brand new kid who's becoming Spider-Man. And the Avengers and Captain America and Doctor Strange and all these are in the same universe. And they're supposed to guide Spider-Man. You know, he's going to be the rookie, and that's the role he's going to have now.
Yep. You just can't say that he was home washing his tights.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is that in Spider-Man 2, he's already world famous. So you do need to go ahead and have him introduced. But I don't know about going through the whole Spider-Man, being bitten again. What I think is that you start seeing him show up a couple of times and messing up because he's so new. And that would be your introduction. Because we've had the bite too many times.
Oh.
All you have to do is to say Spider-Man's there. All of a sudden, he shows up to one of their locations and sort of gets in their way, and then they're having to go ahead and say, oh, wait a little bit, Buckaroo.
Well, let me bring that up because we had an extensive discussion on that on our Facebook page. A lot of people brought that up because, one, it was a discussion, and the general consensus from a lot of our participants and a lot of our viewers is that it's over, that the origin story has been done to death, that people are just tired of it. And yeah, I agree with them 100%.
Let's just bring him in.
Yeah, and one of the fan suggestions pointed this great idea that I wish, hopefully Marvel does it, because to me it made perfect sense. I forgot which one. I'm sorry to give you guys not the credit, but one of them suggested it. It would be really awesome, like at the end of Avengers 2 or Ant-Man or Doctor Strange, that during the rolling scenes of the credits, they have a kid at a science exhibit. some kind of science thing. And the only thing that happens is that, again, he's just there. He
Ow!
gets bit by the spider,
Ow!
and that's it during a
Yeah.
credit scene.
That would be
That would
perfect.
be the perfect way. So
That would be
perfect intro. Maybe they'll go ahead and fit it in. I don't know if it's too late for Avengers. Maybe it's not, because they can add in whatever they want right now.
Well, Ant-Man is still being worked on, and Doctor Strange is getting ready to start filming. So,
and you still have the Captain America 3.
the Civil War, again, Spider-Man had a major role in the Civil War.
Mhm.
So everybody's expecting him to show up in the Civil War.
Oh yeah. Well, okay then. Yeah. And I think that's probably why Disney went ahead and made a consolidation with them, because they wanted him for the Civil War.
Yeah, I wonder what the particulates of that is.
Well, part of it, I got to say, I think that with Sony, they kind of realized, oh man, we really screwed the pooch with Spider-Man 2. And it's like, if we don't do a deal with Disney, Disney's just going to take it from us.
Yeah, well, they tried to expand him too much. I mean, they were trying to make the Sinister Six movie, then a whole bunch of expanded universe movies, and you know what? You're absolutely right. They did write themselves in a hole, and they got stuck. They didn't realize it.
Orly, in order for us to go ahead and really know that, somebody's going to have to hack into Sony again.
Oh, you just leave that up to a couple of kids. Give them some Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Just give the kids some Mountain Dew, some Red Bull. They'll have it done within an hour.
Dude, there's some Chinese kids right now. There are some Chinese kids in China right now working on it, so don't worry about it, okay?
Don't worry about that, David,
But, I do think, the question is, do you think, or I was going to ask you guys, is this a positive impact for the Marvel Universe?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Especially if it's cooperation. I mean, it opens up the doors to cooperation in other areas. Well, we already know that Fantastic Four, that Disney's not going to bother to go ahead and do any cooperation. They're just going to take it when it falls.
Yeah. I think at that point, Fox is kind of like lowering their heads, and they're like, Disney's going to take this, aren't they? They're like, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Someone's got to be like, you know what? I shouldn't have given this guy all this control. I shouldn't have let them go ahead and say we're not going to use the comic books. We're going to disregard. This is going to be a total reimagining of this and everything. And it's that whoever's fault.
That is the worst words for any nerd to hear about a movie that they're, a franchise that they love, is some Hollywood producer or director saying, pretentious, producer and director going ahead and saying, this is a reimagining. That means I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I'm just going to do whatever I want to. Let's go ahead and make Alien Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's go ahead and make Shredder White Boy.
And let's go ahead and have a reimagining of what the hell a vampire is.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was the author's fault. She never went ahead and reversed.
That was an author's reimagining, because you know what? She never did any of the research.
No, she did. She Wikipedia'd vampires.
That's for sure.
Actually, I'm not joking on that. She admitted.
Yeah, you're right.
Vampires, and that's all the research she used on vampires.
Well, let me just take it back here. And the other day, I actually was watching the Fantastic Four movie, the Fox one, 2003.
Yeah.
And I kept analyzing it, and I was like, it wasn't a bad movie.
It wasn't a great movie.
No. The acting the actors were top notch.
Hmm.
The special effects and all that were there. The only thing that movie needed was more action. You really that movie needed more action. You really
And a
had to
bigger
kick it up.
budget.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Fox, Sony, they don't have it. They don't have what it takes to achieve that. The bar has been raised by Disney.
Well, they
And
don't have. They don't have. Um, the brave. They're not brave enough to go ahead and commit the resources needed to pull the project off. Um, they hedge their bets too much, and unfortunately, they also this leads them to get fooled by somebody who says I can do it cheaper, or basically who doesn't doesn't know what they are doing. I mean, it's like when they were going ahead and doing Green Lantern, they thought, okay, we got the property, that's enough to sell the entire movie, and they start producing it without actually having any script at all.
yeah, you read that same article, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
you put the link up, I read it.
Yep.
Yeah, and
And I think that's
again,
and he's right on that, because the thing is that I don't think that the writers knew what they were doing, and they had not established his character enough to go ahead and for him to pull it off.
well,
An actor can only do so much.
hopefully there's more, because I do believe the actor there is an actor in Batman versus Superman who I forgot his name, who's been in some stuff. He's not a major actor, but he's been in some stuff, and he's only being titled test pilot, drone test pilot.
Okay,
And if you see the actor, he looks the part. He does look the part.
I
Carol
will go
Brandon is
ahead.
also in the movie.
I will go ahead and warn. What's his name? Ryan Reynolds. One thing. Okay, the fans. No. It's not that. The fans of well, it's sort of that. The fans of Green Lantern, they're acceptable enough to go ahead and say, "You messed up my character. I'm very sad." Fans of Deadpool.
Oh God, those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yes, oh yes. They're gonna do more than say, "Oh, Reynolds, why did you do this to me?"
We're
Now,
gonna
come
go
on.
ahead
They're
and
gonna
talk
be-
body parts. Oh yeah.
No, to be fair,
They're gonna show.
To,
They're gonna show up on his doorstep.
hey,
if he
let's just be
messes it
clear,
up.
okay? That San Diego Comic-Con clip generated enough interest to
Yes.
make that movie happen, and Ryan Reynolds was actually a good choice for Deadpool. Not Green Lantern, but Deadpool, he'd be pretty good at it.
Hmm. Well, let's see what happens. But I mean, that's a big risk, knowing Deadpool fans.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're up on the hour, and we want to thank you all for listening to us and participating with us. And again, there's always a lot of more exciting news. We are heading into the summer movies, and we are looking forward to all these Marvel, DC, Star Wars. I can't believe I'm saying Star Wars.
Star
movies.
Wars. Yep.
Yeah, we're less than a year away from a new Star Wars.
Yep.
Sheesh.
And a
That's gonna be
continuation of my favorite ones.
Yeah, and you think about it, we're going to have a Star Wars movie every year for the rest of our lives now.
Oh yeah. Isn't it great?
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, don't have a heart attack, David. Stay healthy. Stay with us, man. Stay with us.
I gotta stay.
I'm gonna watch me some new Star Wars.
Come on, David. Eat some salad. Start going for a little more exercise.
Yeah. I would suggest it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We're Nerds on the Couch. You can catch the latest news, all the updates. Remember, Kelly will be at Toy Fair this weekend, covering for the latest toys and collectibles. And we have some conventions coming up and all that. More on that later. We're heading your way, Las Cruces. And more on that later. All right. You can catch us again. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Night.